Continuing with the walk cycle, we have the first position set for the lower part of the body, meaning the root control and the 2 feet. Character is placed on the first frame, and we are going to follow the reference as we have it right here. So we have frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4, frame 5. At this point, I'm going to generate the frame 5 so that I can almost mimic some of the measurements, like the height, for example. So it's going to be in some way similar to what we did for this stride, and I'm not suffering too much in terms of animating straight ahead, but it's more pose to pose. So I'm going to go to frame number 5 now, making sure that that all my objects that are moving had keyframes on that frame 1, and they do. I'm now in frame 5. I'm going to do the motion forward, and for that I am going to do the same thing. I'm going to move my wrist forward, my root control forward, and I'm going to need to bring the foot also forward, and I'm putting keyframes as I'm going. And we start seeing, of course, there are things to correct. So for example, the character, the foot has to be on a roll that is on the opposite as it is right now. So we just need to revert the position. So I'm just paying attention to the roll. The roll on this position was 4.8. So that means that for the other foot, the roll should be 4.8. Right? Now I'm going to do other thing, and that is, of course, the roll for this guy was -4, so that means that for the other foot the roll is going to be -4. Alright, now the other thing that I want to do is, I know that my first step, my foot was at 9.948. In this case, this guy is moving, should be moving double that distance, and right now it's not. So I'm gonna try to 9.948. I'm gonna try to get him to be doing in this first one, see if we can keep it with 10. Seems that it can resist a number 10, and here I'm gonna keep also number 10 as a value for the first step, making it a lot easier. So it's keep the first leg stretching forward and number 10. So that means that this other guy, the other foot, will probably work with number 20. Right now it doesn't seem to be working, but let's see what we can do about it, because if you remember, so if this value started at 54648, I can actually fine-tune it a tiny bit. 5.8, I'm gonna give it a number, 5.8, and then for key selected that, or keyframe. So, and I know that if the half stride is 10, so here I should be able to give him 15.8. 15.8. Right? I'm not there yet. If you remember, we also had in this frame 1 for the root control, we had a rotation value in y of -11. So I'm going to mimic that on the other side of 11, so that it is going to the opposite. And then you can see that I have my second pose. So the character is doing the first one and the second one without a problem.